How's it going, everybody? My name's Eric, and in this video we're going to talk about the Zebra ZD420, my first impressions of using this printer for the last day or so, and kind of like the quirks that I've been having setting it up. I apologize for not having a video out recently. I've been in Minnesota, went to Minnesota Boundary Waters canoe area for about a week, camping and canoe trip with some friends, and now I'm in Florida hanging out with family, and I've been fishing a lot with my brother. You can tell I'm in vacation mode by this crazy amount of facial hair that I have, and we've been catching some fish on his boat, having a great old time. But you guys don't want to hear about that. You want to know about the Zebra ZD420 and what's going on with this printer. So before we get into the printer, if you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. And now let's take a look at the Zebra ZD420. There are a couple different models of this printer that have different features, such as thermal transfer ribbon. This one does not. This is just normal direct thermal printing. But there are some things that I really like about this printer, some things not so good that I've discovered so far, and some things that I'm still trying to figure out. If you guys already didn't notice, it has a very updated design from predecessors that are normally a creamish gray color with green buttons and accents. They've gotten into this matte gray with yellow accents colorway. At the top of the printer, we have a viewing window where you can see how many labels you have left. In the back, we still have a slot, so you can use fan fold, or you can create a roll monstrosity behind the printer with a UPS or a FedEx roll. Here we got our power supply. We have an auxiliary USB. I don't really know what that's for. And we have our USB type B port. This slot right here allows for different configurations, such as Ethernet, serial, parallel, different ports that you could add if you needed a certain type of connection application for your business. On the top, we have more buttons and LED indicators. Previous printer models just had like one button and a power switch on the back. This has a membrane power button on the top. We have an independent pause button, an independent feed button, and we have a cancel button. There are some LED indicators up here. There's one that means status ready or status not ready, a pause. There's some sort of file folder that you can't really see, but when I send a signal to the printer, that blinks a little bit. I think it means it's receiving information. Low label light, I believe, and then there's a network connection light right here, which will be red if you're not connected or green if you are connected to a network. And we're gonna lift these two little lift levers to go inside of the printer, and I'm gonna show you guys what's going on in here. On the top, we have our thermal print head, and I believe this printer does come in a 203 and a 300 DPI printer. What I have is the 203 DPI model, and then here is our label holder. It is a dynamic spring holder, and if for some reason you find it pinching too tight, it does have this static adjuster that you can use, which will give you a more precise holding of the labels in case it jams from the tension from here. There's a sensor in the front that is movable that you can use for other types of labels that could be like offset. Here's your platen roller right here. It's pretty self-explanatory how you load labels. You would open that up, put them underneath there, and then close your top, and we get a green status indicator just like that. Like all Zebra printers, this uses non-proprietary labels, meaning that you don't need a punch or a black line or any of that. You can use any labels you can chuck at it, so it can work with any labels. That's one of the benefits of getting a Zebra printer, is the non-proprietary design of how it prints. Now that we've gone over some of the physical things of the printer, I want to show you a couple of features that I really like. If you see this little thing right here, I can take my Android phone, tap it to it, and it'll sync to the printer via Bluetooth if you use the Zebra Print Connect app, and I'll show you guys that right now. And once it's Bluetooth paired, it will spit out this Bluetooth pairing code, and you can hit pair. And now I'm connected to this printer via Bluetooth on my Android phone. And from here, and now that I'm connected, I can pull up a 4x6 document on my phone, go to print, hit print, and send the signal to the printer. It prints out very fast, it's very clear, the quality is great, but that's strictly from a browser or a downloaded label. I have not been able to get it working in the eBay app. I have to save, every time I purchase a label on eBay, I have to save it and then send the signal to the printer through my files. It's like a little bit of a hassle of a workaround, but it's still working perfectly fine on Android. Once you're connected to the printer, there's this app called Zebra Printer Setup Utility, and connected via Bluetooth, I can program the wireless network through the app. I can use the app to network this wirelessly to my home network by putting in the network name and the password, because it does not have a WPS easy connection button anywhere. So you do have to go in and manually adjust those settings. Also from the app, I can change my print quality, my speed, my darkness, which is kind of cool because it programs it into the printer. So any computer or device accessing the printer will have those settings. I could also calibrate the printer from the app, which is kind of cool. You don't have to mess with the button combinations. Even though there are button combinations if you want to calibrate it without the app, I can reset the printer. I can print a test label from the app. I can print a configuration label from the app. That gives me all my configuration information. So I really like that about this printer, how easy it is to Bluetooth connect to an Android device right off the bat and to start your configuration that way. So you don't necessarily need a Windows computer to set it up, but you will need an Android device or a Windows computer or an Apple device to initially set this printer up. I've got it working perfectly fine on Mac, on Windows. I have not tested it with Google Chromebook yet. That will probably be in the future when I get back to Texas. But they do have a similar Zebra Printer Setup Utilities app for Apple devices where you can connect via Bluetooth, not tapping to Bluetooth, but you have to just connect it with the settings, and then you can configure the printer to be connected to your wireless network. I was not able to get it printing from an iOS device. It's kind of buggy. I don't know if that is something that I'm doing wrong or if it's just something that Zebra needs to iron out, but that's kind of where I'm at with this printer right now. I really like it for what it is, being a quality Zebra printer, but I'm kind of torn with the possibility of it not working with iOS, even though it says it's supposed to be able to print from iOS on the website. Like I said, it could just be something that I'm doing wrong. That's my first look at this printer. I really like it. Zebra printers are highly customizable, where people write software code for automation and they just do specific things because of the flexibility, because of the flexible programmability of these printers. They're usually pretty non-user friendly for setup because it's an IT department or a tech guy or Zebra themselves that come in, set it all up for you at your business, and then get you going on it. But thank you guys again for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Any questions or tests you want me to do on this printer, put them in the comments section and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.